Hello, today I'm going to show you a little bit about two formative tools you can use in your classroom. The first is Plickers, which you can find at plickers.com, and the second is Formatives, which you can find at goformative.com. Both of these are helpful when you're trying to get quick formative data to see where your students are at. They just work in a little bit of different ways, and that's what I'm going to explain. So Formatives is very user-friendly. With formatives, you can create different classes and track the data from each student as they're working on the formative. So if I wanted to create a new formative, I would just click the new formative. I can also go up to the library and search what other people have posted. As I'm doing the new formative, you can title it whatever you want. You can give it an assignment type. So if I want it to have an exit slip, and then here's what's really great about formatives is that you have all of these choices of answer type, and you can embed and add images and text to really enhance your formative. And so if I pick one and start my question, I can also give it a certain point value, and I can tag a standard, which is a really unique feature to formatives. So you'll see all of my ELA 7th grade formatives right there, and you can add that as you're setting up your own account. If I go back to the home page, you'll see that I have this figurative language quiz, and I have all of these classes up here. So this is Fahey 1, Fahey 4, etc. And then you have this world right here. And this is when you kind of just want to assign it and you don't want to put it in a class necessarily. So if I give that quiz and I want to assign it, I'd go up to the top and say assign or share it. And then you see this option where it says guest students. So if I give them the guest student option, they would have their own code. And then within this is where you can tell it if you, like I'm assigned it to ELA 6. This is where I say, yes, I want them to have their scores instantaneously, maybe when the session ends, after they submit it, etc. And so that's really nice because this is where you can really get that student reflection. You can also track data this way. Like I said before, this is how it's broken down. This is what your screen will look like as they're taking the formative. So if I want to look at Luke Skywalker's progress, I can see where he's at. He got 1 point for this question. He's doing great. I can give him feedback like keep up with the great work, Luke. If he got it wrong, I could say, okay, maybe try again. Maybe I want to link him to something to review that skill. Depends on what you're using this formative as. You can also look at the overview of the data, which is where you're seeing it as a whole. And so this is showing me in the green and red where all of my kids are at. And then also I can be really reflective with it and notice question 24, 4 of my 5 students got it wrong. Is that a bad question or is there a weakness? And so you can view responses like this, and this is where it breaks down the points, almost like a little grade book. And so that is formatives, and it's really cool. I would encourage you to look around and kind of figure out how you want to use it in your classroom. There's all these different uses for it and the ways that you can really kind of enhance your formative assessments. The second one that I want to talk about is Plickers. And Plickers is unique and different from formatives because this is where the teachers have the technology. So students have a Plicker card to record their answers. So if you notice in this picture right here, they all have these almost like puzzle piecey looking cards, and the teacher has the phone with the camera open and she or he is scanning these cards. And so each card is unique to the student. Each student is assigned a number that you'll see in these corners, and the shape of the card is different, which I think helps for those shy students that don't necessarily want to know if they get it right or wrong. They don't want their peers to know. And then each answer choice is in a different section, so wherever they want the right answer to be, that's what side they hold up at the top. So this would be D, would be the answer. And then you could just rotate your card around. Plickers, again, is super easy. I like it because this could be a very quick way to get those spot checks in between your lessons, the exit ticket out the door. You just have them hold up their card. You can laminate them for durability and just be like, okay, where are you at? And if you see up here, this is the live data that you're getting on your phone, and you're seeing like, okay, they're all choosing C, but we got these outliers, and that's leading you to be reflective. So if I go to my library, I have one question, and when you want to add a new one, you click that, and if you want to add it in a queue, which is like the line, you would just say, okay, I need to add it to which class. Okay, so I have my ELA classes and I have my demo class. Classes are broken down very similar to formatives, and in my demo class, these 4 students are assigned a number, and this is anonymous. So students don't know each other's numbers, which is great. And again, you're reaching out to those shy students. And then if I've already given one, I would go to my reports, and I can see question history. So I've only given one question, and it's 50-50 right now. So these two students that got it wrong, I can pull them aside and small group them, or I can see, what's going on. I can also go to score sheet, which is like a grade book, and see exactly who got what wrong and where they're at. Another feature is that you'd have a live feed, and this is very user friendly. If you just follow these steps, this will post the question on the blog, on this website, and then the kids can see the question, and then like as the scores go in, there's a graph that pops up, and it's really fun and engaging. So this is what you see as a teacher, and it's just a way to quickly get that data in. Both Plickers and Formatives are worth checking out and playing around with. I encourage you to do so. They have wonderful tutorials, and try something new. Thank you for listening.